we're plenty warm in Kern County today. Not as warm as yesterday, but parts of the state actually beat their high temperatures from yesterday. Let's take a look at what we've got here across the state. Palm Springs were in the triple digits yesterday, all the way up to 103 today. Some big heat building in. 85 here in Bakersfield. We got up to 87 yesterday. So cooler, but only by a couple degrees. And as we get into the weekend, our temperatures are going to drop another couple degrees. The weekend is actually not looking too bad. Through the night tonight, sun goes down. Temperatures will fall quickly into the 70s and eventually into the 40s or 50s, depending on where you are across Kern County. So a little actually on the warm side for this time of year. High temperatures for our desert areas, still as warm as 90 degrees tomorrow in the Indian Wells Valley, but cooler spots in the low to mid 80s. And I do expect plenty of low 80s to even some upper 70s here in the valley, a mixture of 60s and 70s for our higher elevation communities. Winds are going to be a little gusty in the desert again for tomorrow, but those 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts are going to die down into the day on Sunday. And finally, some of those cooler temperatures will settle into our desert communities as we head into Sunday. Not a dramatic cool down, but at the very least, if we look at Sunday's high temperatures here, don't see 80s anymore. Still pretty warm, especially for Cal City and China Lake and Ridgecrest, but at least a little bit of an improvement. We're going to hold pretty steady through the weekend for the rest of Kern. 60s, 70s through our mountain areas, and then mainly upper 70s to lower 80s here in the valley. But another warm up just on the way right after that. You can kind of see that here as we look at Monday. But we'll get into tomorrow's forecast in a little more detail here first. Good amount of sunshine, moderate air quality overall. Pretty nice day for both Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures both of those days right around 82 degrees. As we head toward Monday, temperatures getting up toward about 90. 88 degrees the high temperature for Monday. Tuesday 86, Wednesday 84. And then some signs actually of a cool down. As we head toward the end of the forecast, it does look like a little bit of cooler air is going to make its way into California. I have at the very least taken our temperatures down into the 70s. Let's get into the extended forecast here. The KRV starts out in the 70s, but does climb into the 80s as we head through the forecast. Back down to the 70s as that cooler weather arrives towards the end of next week, No 80s at this point, no 90s at this point into the desert areas, and some cooler temperatures at the end of the forecast for the mountains too.